We're going to learn Maseches Berachos, Perek, Aleph, Mishna, Aleph. There is a mitzvah every single day to read Shema, twice a day, once in the evening and a second time in the morning. As it says in the first paragraph of Shema, Uveshach b'cha uvkumecha, that you should say the Shema the first time when you lie down in the evening to go to sleep, and the second time, uvkumecha, when you wake up in the morning. Our Mishnah is going to discuss in the evening when is the earliest that a person can start saying the Shema, and until when is the latest that a person can say the Shema. So starts our Mishnah that when can a person start saying Shema in the evening? Says the Mishnah that it's the same time that if you have a kohen that becomes tamei, impure, there are certain times that going to the mikvah is not enough. The kohen, after going to mikvah, has to wait until 3 stars come out, and it's from that moment that the kohen is then allowed to eat his special food of truma. It's from that moment that a person can start reading the Shema. In other words, a person can start reading Shema from Tzeis HaKechavim when the stars come out. Now, until when can a person say the Shema? The Mishnah is going to bring 3 opinions. The first opinion, the opinion of Rabbi Eliezer, is that a person can say the Shema until the end of the first watch. Rabbi Eliezer holds that the night can be divided into 3 watches, each watch totaling up to 4 hours. So Rabbi Eliezer says that a person can start reading Shema from when the stars come out until the end of the 4th hour, until 10 p.m. The second opinion, the opinion of the Chachamim, is that a person can read the Shema until Chatzos, until midnight. And the third opinion is the opinion of Rabbi Gamliel, that a person can read the Shema all the way until Amud HaShachar, until dawn. And then our Mishnah says a story that one night the children of Rabbi Gamliel went to a wedding. They came back from the wedding. It was already after midnight, and they told their father, Rabbi Gamliel, that we didn't read the Shema yet. What should we do? And their father answered them that if it is not dawn yet, even though it's after midnight, you still have to say the Shema. Because really the Chachamim who said till midnight agree with me that it should be all the way until dawn. The only reason they made the time earlier to midnight is to prevent the person from missing their appropriate time and to do an Aveira. And the Mishnah then gives 2 other examples where the Chachamim said until Chatzos in order to prevent the person from doing an Aveira, but really if they missed the time of Chatzos, they can say it until dawn. The first example is that when a person brings a korban on the Mizbeach, there are certain things that need to be burned, like the fats and like the limbs. So the Chachamim said that a person has until midnight to burn it. Says our Mishnah that really if a person missed the deadline, they can do it until dawn. And the second example is there are certain korbanos that there's a time limit that the owner of the korban or the kohanim can only eat the meat from the korban for that day and that night. So the Chachamim says that the time ends at midnight, and our Mishnah clarifies that if a person misses their deadline, really the Chachamim agree that a person can eat it all the way until dawn. And the only reason why by Shema, and by burning the limbs, and by eating the meat, the Chachamim initially said until midnight is to prevent a person from doing an Aveira and missing this deadline. We are now going to read the Mishnah inside. Me'ei masai korin es Shema ba'arvis. From when can you read the Shema in the evening? Misha shahakayhanim nichnasim lechel b'trumasan. From the time that the kohanim enter to eat the truma. And as we said before, that is the time of Tzeis HaKechavim when the stars come out. Ad soif hashmura arishayna, until the end of the first watch. You can read the Shema until 10 p.m. Divrei Rabbi Eliezer, these are the words, this is the opinion of Rabbi Eliezer. V'chachamim oimrim, and the chachamim say, ad chatzos, you can say the Shema until midnight. Rabbi Gamliel says, ad sheyala amud hashachar, you can read the Shema until dawn. There was a story that his children came from a house of drinking. Rabbi Gamliel's children came from a wedding. And Amru Loi, they said to their father, Rabbi Gamliel, Loi karinu es Shema, we did not yet read the Shema. Amar Lohem, so he said to them, Im Loi ala amud hashachar, if it is not yet dawn, then chayavim atem likros, you are responsible to read the Shema. And v'loizu bulvad, and not only this, ella rather, kol masha amru chachamim at chatzos, everything that the chachamim said, that the time limit is only until chatzos, really mitzvasa nachiyala amud hashachar, their mitzvah really is until dawn. And the Mishnah will now give two other examples where the chachamim said that you have to do them till chatzos, and really it can be done until dawn. Example number one, hektar chalavim beivarim, burning the fats and the limbs of a carbon on the mizbeach, mitzvah sanachi ala mudashachar. Its mitzvah really is all the way until dawn. Example number two, v'chal hanechalim liyom echad, anything that can be eaten for one day, any carbon that has a time limit that you can only eat its meat for one day, mitzvah sanachiyala mudashachar. Its mitzvah is it can be eaten until dawn. So ask the Mishnah, im kain, if so, lama amru chachamim at chatzos, why did the chachamim say that it can only be done until chatzos? In these three examples, the example of Shema, and the example of burning the limbs and the fats, and the example of eating the meat of a carbon, why did they initially say till chatzos? Answers the Mishnah, to distance a person from doing an avera. The chachamim were worried that if they're going to say all the way till dawn, then a person, if he's going to miss it, then they're no longer going to be able to perform that mitzvah. So they said that you can only do it until midnight. So if you miss that deadline, then you still have an opportunity to do it until dawn.